with as busy as my mind's been and trying to like build this business and ministry, like my workouts have suffered greatly. I don't stop doing them. I still power through them. I still get through them. It's just they don't feel the same anymore. It's just a different season right now in our life.
Well, I think one of the most underestimated attributes or even foundational points that's needed when it comes to training is the ability to psychologically focus in and have a detailed mindset on what your purpose is and what you're wanting to achieve.
Right.
And be able to clear your head of everything else.
Right. Well, that's kind of the point of getting into your fitness, is so that you can achieve that, right?
That's such an important thing. It's not about keeping the feet on the ground, because most of the time, it's can I keep my hips center mass over my feet. As a boxer, we're taught to do this a lot. Front leg heavy, back leg heavy. The reason is there's no concern in blowing up that leg. So without kicks, if you throw a jab, I can use this back extension to do two things. One, I can back, move, bring across, or if you throw your jab and I parry and the right's coming, because throw where my head was. It's not a heat-seeking missile. Jab. So if you throw your jab, the right would come here. All I have to do is level change where my head was.
Slow motion, man.
In slow-mo. And I think that's where, like we were talking about the armchair fighters.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a GPS in their fist that I just don't have. So
well, it's a slow motion. It's like, oh,
the head is just.
I'm gonna follow you, man.
So throw a right cross right here. Okay, so if you're there, if I go back, there's none of that fighting. So your extension would be this. So throw a jab. Now throw the right and turn the shoulder in the hip. Now stop. This is what I'm talking about with hips. So watch what happens.
Oh no.
You have no balance.
No. So somehow I have to create.
So you're reaching. Yeah. So here's the difference between you did that to get to point A. Now look how extended over this front leg there. Don't get me wrong. You would see fighters do that, and sometimes the situation calls for it. They overextend. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Everything can work in fighting, and nothing can work in fighting. Right. That's the beauty of fighting. However, hip transfer 50-50, look at the difference. I have my weight. Now go back to that lunge we're talking about. So we've talked about this before. Power doesn't come like this. Power comes from that hip and that shoulder transfer. That's where your power comes from. So if you're tight here, you're overextended, then that's not necessarily a good thing. Because again, throw your jab and your cross right here. Okay, so you had to lean to get there. Now, let's just say, so go back, you throw your jab, throw your cross. Look how, oh, just that. So what that means, there's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
However, set your hips at 50-50. Think about, all right, I'm gonna throw this by turning my hip, but my weight is gonna be 50-50.
Just sit on my hips more.
Drive through the hip for the punch. There you go. Now throw your right.
Oh.
So if you throw the jab, I catch, slip through, look.
Oh, do it again. I think for me, like the instinct is to lunge forward.
Well, the issue with lunging forward is throw that jab cross again. Catch jab, boom, boom. The problem with lunging is that you bring your head right into the zone. More importantly, do that again. Look, your chin is not hidden. And it's not about here, it's the natural. Watch my chin. So if my chin is down and I throw a punch, I'm not trying to put my, because I'm not bringing my shoulder up. The natural punch protects you as long as your chin's down.
Right.
So you don't, when you see people do that, I'm not sure there's a disproportion of what's going on in their body. The key is keeping your chin down so that when you throw a punch and you're flowing, if we're boxing and I want to stay tight, or even you get more out here, what we're talking about Muay Thai, and we're more flowing, whatever it is, you're in the same 50% pocket. Do.
Right.
However, if I were to teach you a lunge, I just walked you through the reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now you have okay, that's why, here's how I would use it, here's the balance in the movement. And if that isn't happening, then way too often I think that we have a situation where, why are you doing it? What's the purpose? There should be a purpose behind it. So if I teach you to work your core, and I'm gonna teach you how to throw a hook. Here's how you throw a hook. So I'm gonna hold right here. Now, all I want you to do is turn your hip. Easy. Don't do it hard. Don't push. This part doesn't do anything. So put your hand up. Just put your hand up like that. Turn it out. So if I'm teaching you to throw a hook, look how relaxed this is.
Mm-hmm. So lead with the hip and drive with the shoulder?
That is how you throw a punch. Now, when you bring the extension through, you have a totally different, don't get me wrong, this is a boxing hook. Turns over. Tight. There's more opinions about throwing a hook than there is about a lunge. You will see MMA throw hooks like this. And I'll digress. I won't even touch it. I can tell you that for your shoulder though, for speed, and especially for what is almost mimicked as a skinny hook, is in tight. Now you have two styles. You have Western, turns the knuckle up. You have European, knuckle goes away, thumbs up. It's just variations of how you throw. However, to learn how to relax the shoulder, put your hand up. A great way, you do not have to pivot to throw a hook. I only teach this to engage the hip and make sure somebody with tight knees don't blow them out. The main thing you're trying to do is get this all going, engaged, and then this hook drags. It's the same thing as a kick. So when I throw a kick, I step off, open up the legs. The knee is going to come out and up. And then the turn. That last second turnover is the hip. So the power comes there. It isn't from that. There's power there, don't get me wrong. I'm saying in the style of this particular kick, a hook and the kick would be a similar situation. You're bringing your hip through, you're You're bringing the leg through. So if you were to throw a mace, where's the weight on a mace?
Yeah.
Right. So you have a handle.
Yep.
Chain.
Right.
Ball.
Right.
Is the chain or the stick have any power? Yeah, it would hurt if you hit somebody with it.
Right.
But the ball. So how do you get a mass?
Whip it through.
Exactly. So what do you have to create?
A whip.
You have to create energy,
Right.
velocity, in order for mass to be able to be utilized. Same thing here. This is the handle. And it goes from your hip to your shoulder. Part of that handle is the chain that extends all the way out. And then here's the mace.
Right.
So if you throw a punch and you try to do it like a baseball bat, a bat can hurt, yes. But if you throw a punch that is so stiff and tight,